Hi, we're back with another video. It's been a little while. Apologies for that. You know what it's like.
When we're out and about, whether it's at car boot sales, garage sales, anyone we bump into, we like to tell them what we do. I'd say it's not 100% of the time because we try and read the room, but where we think it's going to be beneficial, we like to tell people what we do because you never know what could come of it in the future, and this, what we're about to show you, is a prime example of that.
So from watching YouTube and going on Facebook forums and stuff, it seems like a lot of people are kind of a little bit worried about telling people that they're resellers. We're resellers. We are online retailers. I've been online retail for, 15 years or something now, before we started doing this together. That's what everyone does. You know, if you're buying and selling, you're a reseller, you're a retailer. You know, don't be worried about telling people what you do. It's a great way to make contacts. At the end of the day, that is how business works.
A few weeks ago, we went to a local garage sale. This one particular house, having a look, and on the side they had like a big sort of Sainsbury's home shopping tub thing full of stationery, and it was the thing that alerted me to it was there was this set. And it had a hole puncher, stapler and some staples in, and it was pink. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. It was brand new. Scanned the barcode because we were interested to see if it would sell on Amazon. And I thought, I'm just going to say to her, we take 30 quid for the lot. And she said yes. So we got all of the hole punch sets, load of pens, all these rubbers, and brought it home. A few days later, processed it, and it started selling. When I was talking to her and I said, have you got anything else like this? She said, yeah, I've got loads in the garage. And I said, well, take my number and give me a shout if you want to get rid of it. A few days later, she asked me if I was still interested, and I don't think I was very well. And I just sort of said, can you send me pictures of what you got? And she didn't reply. Then I mentioned to you about it, and you said, why did you do that?
She's reached out, so let's just get round there and have a look. You know, let's say, can we come round and have a look? You know, we knew she'd said she had a lot in the garage, so I was like, don't ask her to write it all down or text it all to you. You know, let's get round there.
So I did. I messaged her back and said, look, sorry about that, wasn't very well. Can I come tomorrow and have a look? She's like, yep. Yeah. So yesterday I went round there via the cash point. I thought I'll take 50 quid out just to be safe and come away with what I can come away with. Well, I underestimated like what she had, and I came away empty-handed because there was so much stuff that it was going to be in the hundreds, and my 50 quid wasn't going to touch the sides. And I thought, I need someone to help me. I'll come away, talk to him about it. There was so much quantity of the same things that I said to her, look, I need to know how many there are. So she said, I'll count them and let you know. So this morning she rang me and I spoke to her and she told me how many she got. So we did some negotiation on WhatsApp after I've spoken to you.
And the interesting thing about this is it's not particularly unusual, but it's not the sort of thing that you'd pick up at a car boot sale or a charity shop. Certainly in this quantity anyway, I should say.
And it's not anything I'd look at. Even if there was one of these things in a charity shop, I wouldn't look at it.
Yeah, you wouldn't look at it. This is the sort of thing that you need to buy really cheap. And that is why we will never be niche resellers. We'll never niche down because, you know, I'm not going to walk into a charity shop or walk around a car boot sale and ignore DVDs or ignore board games or decide, right, we're only doing cameras from now on or something like that. It's just never going to happen. And you know, unless we niche down into this particular category, then we'd never have got this haul and we wouldn't be here talking to you about it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being niche, but it just doesn't suit us, does it?
There are a lot of advantages. Laser focus, you know, you can really sort of drill down your suppliers and your contacts, you know, into that particular area. There's lots of reasons.
Expertise can be top notch, can't they?
Yeah, but for me personally, I just think it's more fun to be able to do a bit of everything. So we're going to kind of show you like a broad, we're just going to hold some stuff up really, because you're not going to get an idea of it, and then we need to process it, and then we'll show you a bit more carefully. But you know, what would you describe this haul as?
Stationery.
Yep.
Niched down to notebooks. It's all sort of branded stuff. So we've got loads of these. These are Collins. We've got loads of these are Collins.
So there's just, you can't see because it's all over here, but we will show you in a little while in this video, so stay tuned. There's just loads and loads and loads of stuff.
Clairefontaine, loads of them. Then we've got Leets or Lights, loads of those. And then the Grumble & Co. Not sure, never heard of those.
And we've just got we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 10 big bag for lives full of it. I was going to take tubs, and I said to Faye, how big is it? Because I hadn't seen it. And Faye sort of went, oh, about this much. So I thought, okay, it'll fit in the car fine, and we'll just take some
Bags for
bag for life. But it's not. Well, we got it all in. Some of it wasn't in bags. We took like a few tubs. So I've got, as I said, 10 big bag for life. Bags for life. I've got a cardboard box of it somewhere. I've got 3 massive tubs of it as well. So it's quite a lot.
It took 5 of us to load it, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we got these as well.
Oh yeah. I don't know what they are. I sort of randomly waved them around a minute ago.
They're envelopes, and then we've got the writing paper that go with it. So sort of like professional handwritten letters in handwritten envelopes. Like sort of almost like a WH Smith or something. It's shut. Yeah, because it's all decent branded stuff. If it had just been random, I don't know, sort of stuff from Poundland or Aldi, I wouldn't have touched it. But it's Collins, Clairefontaine. I've worked in the stationery industry before. I'm familiar with the different brands, so it was something that I sort of was toing and froing. I came away from there empty-handed, like I said, and kind of, I'm not a numbers person. Simon's a numbers person. He wasn't with me, and I was just like, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I know I didn't want to pay £1 an item for sure. I'd worked out the previous lot that I'd got from her, which was no notebooks. I paid 22p an item. So
that was like the staplers and the erasers,
the razors,
and stuff.
Yeah. So I came away kind of knowing what I'd paid. She didn't know how many things I'd got before. She didn't know I paid 22p an item because it was literally just bunged in there. So I sort of said to you, what should I do?
Yeah. So she'd given you a sort of ballpark, hadn't she, to start with, like 75p an item or £1 an item, something like that.
Yeah. And then she counted them and said there's over she's counted so far 600 notebooks. I thought, I'm not paying £600.
So yeah, I drew on all my negotiation experience, which is that I read half a book called Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. He is a ex-hostage negotiator that sort of moved into the business world and kind of took all his experience from negotiations and mindset and stuff and applied that into the business world, wrote a book about it. So I said to Faye, look, I think in this instance we need to give a range. So we give a range from X to Y, with Y being kind of what we want to pay, but if they take X or anywhere in between, then we're on a winner. So there was 2 different types of things. There was all the paper stationery, and then there was all the stuff that we had before, the erasers and staplers and stuff like that. She wanted quite a pretty penny for all of it. She quoted for all of it, what was it?
£500.
Yeah. That was just for all the stationery, wasn't it?
Yeah, because she had trousers, she had makeup-y bits.
But that didn't. That was just for the paper stationery. That didn't include.
Well, I said to her, I'd be looking, after she told me there's at least 600 notepads, she messaged and said, we have counted 600 notepads so far, and then she messaged saying 75p each, and I thought, oh no.
450 quid basically. The more money you pay, the more risk you take. So me and Faye were having a chat about it, and I said, I think you need to go, I think I said 150 to 175 for all the paper stationery. Or 150 to 200.
I can tell you what I said. £200 to 225 for everything you've got, envelopes, paper, etc. I've got the cash ready and can collect it all today.
And she replied, she basically wanted 500 quid for the lot. And I sort of said to Faye, look, don't negotiate any further. Like, she's got our offer. At the end of the day, we're sort of taking the risk in terms of the quantity, how quickly we can sell it, where we're going to sell it. All that sort of stuff, even down to, we're taking a risk really, because although Faye had seen it, she obviously hadn't inspected everything. So, some of this stuff I can see here, there's like just a little, that's not going to get sold as new, for example. And I haven't seen a lot of that at all, but that one just happens to be sitting on the top. Probably fell out of the car, which is why it's on the top.
Some did fall out.
A few things did fall out of the car when we got back, opened the boot. I could tell that Faye wanted to, she didn't want to lose the deal at the end of the day, and because I hadn't seen it, obviously I was kind of less invested.
I started to type a reply saying that I can't go that high, and I was sort of chatting to Simon as I was typing it, and he said no, because that'll sound like that we can sort of go a bit higher. So I said, we're too far apart on the valuation. Appreciate you taking the time to provide the info though. And she said I could do all the notepads and envelopes for £300. There's probably 650 notepads in different sizes if I counted the rest, but that's the best I can do. And I said, if you throw in the professional writing paper packs you showed me, you've got a deal.
We went over there, took £300 cash, and it took us 14 minutes to load up the car. We had her husband and her kid 10 minutes away from us, so we were kind of there and back in 3/4 of an hour. Pretty decent.
Yeah, it was decent. What I want to know is, what's your reaction? Because, like I said, Simon didn't come with me yesterday. I think he was a little bit wary, maybe.
Well, yeah, because as I said to Faye, this is 300 quid, it's not 30 quid. There's a bigger risk for us. So, yeah, I wasn't sure because I hadn't seen it as well. But,
when you did see it,
when I did see it, yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. A lot of this is going to go to Amazon. We're going to stack it up on this table in its types. I don't know how many types there are. I don't think the table's going to be big enough for that, but we'll do our best, and then stuff will go on the floor, and we'll show you at that point. And then I think we're just going to look at each type of notebook and say, right, let's get them in a box, get them off to Amazon and do that. And then I dare say a lot of stuff will get go on eBay, bundles of maybe things that aren't sort of either on Amazon or good enough for Amazon, or if there's like big bulk of something and it's not on Amazon, we'll stick it on Amazon ourselves. We'll create the listing. Yeah. My reaction, I guess, is better than expected.
Thank you.
Once we sort of sorted things out and started to process them, we'll have an idea of kind of the value of it all. What I'm more interested in is what Amazon will pay us for what we send in. I don't really care about the top line so much. Faye mentioned a while ago that something was $6.99, but the important number for me is what they're going to pay us once we sell it. And a lot of this stuff, I guess. Well, for example, the $6.99 thing will go in what's called the Small and Light program, which just is reduced shipping fees to the customer. So that's going to help a great deal.
Yeah, but overall, it turned out to be a worthwhile garage sale 2 weeks ago, didn't it?
Yes, because on that day we were having a clear out, and I've been selling all my. If you watch our videos, you'll have heard us talking about DVDs that are just accumulating mountains of like fodder from taking all the good stuff out, selling that, making the money, accumulating fodder. So I sold a load of, actually it was VHS that we'd picked up, and we just got rid of that because it was taking up room in the barn. We hadn't looked at a single one. We had over 300 VHSs on Facebook Marketplace. The guy came around, was very nice, and he kept my details. And then we were at this garden garage trail sale thing, and I saw him again, and I said, "Hi mate, how you doing? You bought the VHS off us. Don't want any DVDs, do you?" And he said, "I saw you've got those for sale, but," he said, "to be honest, I don't really know what I'd do with them." He said, "I'll tell you what though," and he made me an offer, which was below, but at that stage, really, really happy to get them gone. So he came round and scooped them up.
Within a couple of hours of seeing him at the garage sale.
Yeah, so it's those kind of relationships that you build when you tell people what you do, and they know what you do, and you know what they do as well. Everyone's got contacts in different areas. Perhaps someone deals in something and you don't deal in that, but you know what each other does. Who knows what that could lead to in the future?
Exactly. And the funny thing is, we only had an hour max at that garage sale because we had a family barbecue here. So we left my brother-in-law here, or our brother-in-law here with the dogs, dashed out, went round this garage sale, got that contact for all of this.
Tried to buy the hat, someone's personal hat. If you're doing a garage sale and you're wearing a hat, don't hang it on your clothing rail with your clothes that you're selling. So we're going to sort all this out. We're going to stack it up, and we'll be back to show you a bit closer what we've got. So we've done all the kind of A5 sort of style size stuff. That's quite a bit. So these are all the same. So we've matched them all up. What do we think? How many are there?
I don't know, I'm prepared to count if you give me a minute.
Okay, let's do it. What's the number?
408, just with the A5 size notebooks.
You happy with that?
So far so good.
Yeah. What do you reckon we've counted? Obviously the other ones are a bit bigger, so I guess we've probably counted
Over half.
over half. Yeah. So I guess what we need to do is kind of put these in bags, boxes, whatever of their types.
I think it's worth scanning them to see if there's any. Then we put them straight in a box.
Straight, yeah.
Literally check. The less time, many times you have to handle it, the better.
So there's everything that we have scanned in for and are sending to Amazon. Haven't got the total just yet, but I will tell you how much that all adds up to. And then over here is the stuff, the big stuff that we're just about to count. And then we've got this pile here, which is basically kind of torn or like too damaged that we're not bothering with. And then everything here on the table, this is stuff that is going to go to eBay and bundles or whatever. It couldn't go on Amazon. So you've just seen us do the A4 stuff, or the bigger stuff, envelopes, more pads, and all the rest of it. And we have gone through and listed the smaller stuff. So we'll give you a total on that in a sec. But the count on the big stuff takes the total up to 708
items. Yeah, I think it's good.
We've scanned in so many, and I'll give you the count on that, as I said, in a second.
So hopefully the majority of it can go to Amazon, and the only thing that's left will go on eBay. We have numbers. Yeah,
so we've done some numbers. So on the A5 stuff that we've already listed on Amazon, I've just looked at kind of what we listed it for. So I'm leaning over a table, it's not like that. What we listed it for, kind of removed fees and all that. So the total amount that we listed on Amazon was 204.
Which is crazy because there was 408 A5 notebooks. So half are going on Amazon, half are on the shelf to be listed on eBay.
Total listing value, £1,742. Take out 15% referral fee, so like Amazon selling fee. I don't know what the category fee is, but it'll be there or thereabouts. Leaves us with £1,480. Fulfillment, so like Amazon shipping to the customer will cost a couple of quid. Some will be less, some will be more, because ones that go into small and light will be less, ones that don't will be more. So I've averaged it at £2 each, so that's 408 quid. So that leaves us with £1,072, and then the cost of those 204 books, we now know that it's 42p a book, or a thing.
An item, yeah.
Yeah, so
unit.
So take the cost of £85.68 out for that, leaves us with profit on that 204 item little lot for Amazon of £986.32. Now we know not everything's going to sell, not everything's going to sell at those prices. Some will sell a little bit less, some might sell more because my reprice will shove some up if it needs to. But it's a pretty good start.
Yeah.
£986.
32p. That is a very good start, and they're just the half that are going to Amazon, so that doesn't include the eBay lot.
And doesn't include all of that lot, which we've just got ready to do. That is for another day, but it'll be in this video coming up, so keep watching.
So we've just done the paper and the envelopes. It worked out at 63 units with a total listing price of
£582.
77p.
So if we take off referral fees about 15%, that leaves £495. Take off the shipping, which as before we've classed as £2 per unit. Some will be more, some will be less. That leaves £369. The cost of those 63 units was £29.61. Gives a profit just for those 63 items of £339. Pretty pleased with that. And now we're going to carry on with the big stuff.
The A4s.
This is all the stuff going to Amazon, along with this there, And then that little pile couldn't go to Amazon, so that is what's going on eBay. We've ditched the mics because, as you'll have heard in the first part of the video, the sound was awful. I've got to replace them. Don't know what is going on. So we're outside and there's a bit of noise, so I hope it's not too distracting.
It is rush hour and they're harvesting the field, so there's a lot of tractors going past. We have news. Simon's been doing some number crunching. I'm probably not going to say much in this bit of the video because I'm not a number cruncher.
We did all the A4. This is how it worked out. So listed value at 1,766. After the referral fees, 1,501. Shipping, so 201 items, £402 we attributed to shipping. So that leaves £1,099. And then with the cost of the product off, which is £94.47, that leaves profit for the A4 stuff, the big stuff, of £1,004
and 53p.
So the total, so the A5, the smallest stuff that we processed first, that was profit 986, and then we had the envelopes and sort of paper, that was 339, and then the 1004 for the A4 for the big stuff gives a total profit of £2,329.
This is estimated.
Yeah, so that was off a purchase of £300, as we said earlier. And of course, yeah, as Faye said, that is estimated. So things will sell cheaper, things won't sell at all, and all that. So even if the profit is half that, then we'd still been pleased. Took about 2 days, I think, two solid days. We did it over a few days. We've had it for 5 days and it's all done. And obviously we've been doing other stuff too. So yeah, pretty happy. And we sort of seem to be in this kind of pattern of every month we'll get kind of a big haul, like a job lot or something. So in January it was DVDs. I had 1,000 DVDs off a contact an hour away from here. Those all went into Amazon. They have, I think, all but about 10 have sold. February we got a big bundle of books from the auction, did really well with those. March we got a huge bundle of tripods.
Yeah, they flew
out, sold within a month. I sold a few, there was some box damage, sold a few via
Facebook,
like reseller groups. A few people took those off us, but yeah, they did really well. April was more books from the auction. May was DVDs again, not 1,000 this time, it was about 600, and I've got less than 100 left. June was a seasonal Amazon product that we did really well with last year. We repeated it again, didn't do as well but did pretty well, so we were kind of happy with that. Might have to do something a little bit different for that next year. And July this month has been stationary, so I wonder what we've got in store for us for August.
We never know, we don't plan it. Obviously we're always looking for stuff, but just sort of, I think I said to you on Saturday, like if a week ago I said we were going to go and pick up £300 worth of notebooks, 700 notebooks, you'd have said that really, that's weird, but we did. So you just don't know what each day is going to bring.
Yeah, so I think probably in the end maybe just over half have gone into Amazon of the notebooks and stuff. The others we've bundled up on eBay. The goal now is to clear those. It's you know, we didn't buy them to sell on eBay, but it's just where they're not quite good enough condition for Amazon, or they weren't on Amazon at all. We're not going to go down the route, I don't think, of creating listings. We may do if we've still got them, but a lot of them have been listed, some still to list. We'll drop the price till, you know, we're still making a little bit of money and making the time worthwhile. And if they're still not sold at that stage, we've got back to school obviously coming up.
Yeah, or we could put them in the auction.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. So we hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, tell people what you do, look for opportunities, sourcing opportunities. You never know what might come your way. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.